Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning to the honorable senators. The purpose of my presentation is to address misunderstanding and speak with regard to the IRM process. Part of the President report in their regular board meeting on June 11, 2020 is the IRM releases. Okay, so hospitals are crying for help because of decreased census and increased cost. And IRM is the response. We receive a lot of letter and correspondence from various HCIs. This includes Medical City, Philippine Oncology Corporation, Fresenius, and also from various articles in the newspaper. Question is, should healthcare facilities be allowed to close just because they don't cater to COVID-19 patients? No, because as previously explained by Brigadier General Padua, one of the board members in previous Senate inquiry, it was clear that the intent of IRM is to cater the whole Philippines as everyone is directly affected. IRM has been recognized internationally as a good practice in responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. As we can see, World Health Organization in their blog post discussing strategies how to cope with the pandemic. And Philhealth has always kept abreast of current evidence on health financing. IRM is open to facilities who want to continue operations during the pandemic regardless if they cater to COVID-19 cases or not. It is a privilege granted to hospital based on Philhealth determination. It provides substantial financial aid, and it is provided to healthcare institutions who have clear and apparent intent to continuously operate during the pandemic. And of course, it has a lot of safety nets. IRM is not provided arbitrarily. There is a process being followed. Initially, this was given to the regional offices, but eventually, this was centralized to speed up the process. And the process is presented in this screen, Your Honor. So as to how it is provided, as previously mentioned in the previous Senate hearing, so the IRM fund is equal to average reimbursement per day times the number of days covered, the basis of which is the January to December 2019 paid claims as reference to compute for the EPRD, or simply put, an institution or HCI which has 365 million claims in 2019, so divided by 365, to an average of 1 million per day times the 90 days. So that hospital is entitled to an IRM fund of 90 million. So the distribution of the IRM that was released by Philhealth are as follows. So there are 711 HCIs per our record and 402 private HCIs released from the region and processed in the head office. There were 103 HCIs, 146 government facilities, and 60 processed from the head office. PRO is Philhealth Regional Offices processed 146, for a total of 548 processes done by our PROs, and there were 163 HCIs, IRM applications which were approved, processed by the head office, for a total of 711 facilities. IRM is not provided arbitrarily. There is a process being followed, and the breakdown of the 14.97 billion pesos that was initially released by Philhealth, the biggest recipient of the funds were NCR Healthcare Institution, which received 29.08% or 4.35 billion, followed by Region 3 with 13.07% or 1.96 billion. Then Region 4A with 8.34% or 1.25 billion. And Region 7 with 7.36% or 1.13 billion. So as we can see, the distribution of IRM corresponds to the regions with the greatest number of COVID-19 cases. IRM there is a process being followed as we mentioned, and these are the top 10 hospitals or HCIs ranked according to figures received. And number 1 is Southern Philippines Medical Center, SPMC, received 326 million pesos. UP PGH 263.3 million. Davao Regional Medical Center 209 million. Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center in Cebu City 204 million. Jose B. Lingad Memorial Regional Hospital in San Fernando, Pampanga 201 million. National Kidney and Transplant Institute in Quezon City 179 million. Baguio General Hospital and Medical Center 165 million. Northern Mindanao Medical Center 150.2 million. Quirino Memorial Medical Center 150 million. And Eastern Visayas Regional Medical Center 146 million. All the releases, Your Honors, Mr. President, has been provided with receipts. IRM was not pocketed by anyone as alleged. Thank you, Your Honors. Thank you.